Hello YouTube fans, here again. And I thought I'd do Wrestling Go For Me Horrors Marathon. Why not this one? Done it before. Sci-fi horror classic, very unestimated sci-fi classic. I say it again, a sci-fi unestimated classic. When people think of sci-fi sort of horror movies, they think of Alien. Or they think of the action blockbuster Predator. Even though that's more of a sci-fi action film, it does have horror elements in it. This, on the other hand, not a lot of people talk about, and I think it's a fucking shame. Yeah, it was a B version, and over the days, even back in its heyday, a lot of people actually said this was an alien troll, it was an alien rip-off, and so on. And I remember defending this film, that being Charity of Terror. Say it again, Charity of Terror. It came out in 1981. We'll go to my 81 marathon. And it's a damn good one. It's a damn unestimated film. I love saying it, so I'll say it again. What do you say, Lucy? Unestimated film, as my dog would say. The funny thing is, the one what designed the set and the space set and the space draft and all this and some of the settings when you're on this alien planet would be David Chamlin, which, funny enough, as we all know, directed the damned unestimated sequel, classic sequel of all time, that being Aliens. So you could say a little bit of Alien there. David Chamlin designed the set. It's a fine, funny, looks very similar to how it looked in Aliens. It really is. And you've got a good cast of actors. You've got Robert England before Feder, which, funny enough, always has me thinking, this was sci-fi. Always had me wondering whether the producers of Fee saw this Charity of Terror. I thought, you know what? This Robert England started good actor. We've got to have him as Willie. Because it's very funny, 2 days later, he appeared in the sci-fi hit TV miniseries Fee. And that's what I like about this. And you've also got another well-known actress who we all remember in Happy Days, played Richie Cunningham's little sister, who's sadly no longer with us, Macy Rest. So you've got a few actors on the way. You got the idea it's based on the future, and it starts off with this guy running about. If you give what they always chasing him, and then he gets flung across the wall, and then you got the word Charity Terror. Done by New World Picture. It's funny enough for the same producers with given us films, let's say like Deathstalker, Barbarian Queen, Forbidden World, which was also a sci-fi horror film, and so on. And basically, these people get sent onto an alien planet. And what they don't know is when they go into this space staff, it's like a pyramid, it pays on your fare. So you could say there's horror in it. There's definitely a lot more horror in it. But I wouldn't say it's an alien rip-off. I remember offending it the first time, and I'll offend it again. Whew. So you got them going into this pyramid, right? And some of the deaths are very creative because it doesn't just kill you, it pays with your fare. I always remember you got this one who's like a captain and he goes down, you've got these weird sucky things, and one sucks on his chest, he cuts it, no one goes on his other chest, he cuts it, but then they get the better of him, gun goes to his head, you got the idea, it sucks his brain, kills him. So it definitely doesn't fuck around on the bloody door. Then you've got another Jake death, you've got this guy, he's throwing these sort of like knife things. One of them jumps out, cuts him in the arm, very chappy, you see it going into the skin of his arm, and he cuts his own arm off. Then the arm comes alive, falls another knife, it goes into him and kills him. So I don't like that death scene. But there's one scene what a lot of people, if you've ever seen Charity of Terror, you might remember. This woman has a fear on worms. I think it's either a worm or a maggot, one or the other. And she has fear on worms for some reason. And I think it could be right one in Germany, this film got banned. I shit you not, it got banned because of this one scene. This big worm alien maggot weird fucking thing comes alive, dives on this woman, and lickety rapes her. I shit you not, it rapes her and it shags her to death. Now I do know it's been sort of cut down, but you can still see it in its form, and it lickety rips her toes off and shags her to death. I'm not being dirty minded, I'm not being filthy, I'm being honest, it lickety rapes her to death and melts her to death. A lot of people thought it was socky for its time and it got banned. But the thing is, this actress was a porn star and they think they put syrup all over and make it look like she's got slime and everything. And she thought it was quite funny. This big machine pumping away, made look like a maggot, whether the fuck it were, and so on. But because of that, a lot of people thought it was a bit fingered. It got banned in Germany there. Whether it's Stu banned today is a different story. But I do like Robert England in it. I do think they should have given the characters a lot more to do. You know what I mean? They're there. You got one character who's a bit fucking hateful. I kind of like the lead, but I felt they should have given him more to do. So you got one woman who wants to be a captain wannabe. She gets killed by stupidity. She gets burnt. And Robert England, she's a lookalike of him. He's trying to fight with himself, and he realises it's a fucking hologram. You never do know what happens to Robert England. I think he's the only one that comes out of it alive, but you never know whether he lives or fucking dies. But I do remember the day, I don't know, Bathing Happy Days, that's no longer with us, so it makes it harder to watch, but still a good death scene. She has a feeling going into tubes, and if in what's narrow, she has a fear. And she's trying to get through this tube, and these bars slam on her arms and legs. One slams on her face, and it literally fucking cusses her to death. That has to be the juiciest death of all. The cocky one, the one I just mentioned, gets his guts ripped out by this fucking monster. And our lead figures it out. He figures out that it's this thing playing on your fear. If you're scared, it will kill you. And he outsmarts it. You got another guy who you think is going to be one of the main characters, where I talk my dog. And he's this alien. His face goes red. He shoots him. For some reason, he sort of like his face turns red. And you never do know how it ends. Is it a happy ending? Are they stuck on his alien planet? Did Robert England get killed? The character that Robert England was playing. You never do know. You never know. Like my dog. You never do know what happens. You never know what happens. What kind of pisses me off. Like, just pisses me off the ending. But apart from that, though, I do like it. There's a few good practical effects. Some a little bit dated now. But for its time and for the budget, I sooner watch this than some of the shitty ass shit they call sci-fi or horror movies today, where it's all done in computer. Back then, like my dog fighting with me. Yeah, right. Back then, the effects were dud. For a low budget film, I actually like Sanity of Terror. Come out in 81. It's a dud one. It's definitely fine when it wants to be. And it's a dud one. So I'll probably do some more horror movies. It's like I said before, I'll probably go into Forbidden World, which funny enough was done by the same company. And that was in 82, one day after. So I'll do a few in 82, then I'll probably rewind back like I did last time with my Action Marathon, and then do the 81 marathon. Why not? Why not? But into them, people, be smart, be safe, and I'll see you later.